Ball in the middle of the ground. Lovell up against Scroblack. Both ruckmen in the air. Neither player gets a hand on the ball. Picked up there by Burke. Handball comes out. Goes towards centre wing to Darrow. Can't get a clean pick up. O'Toole tried to kick the ball off the ground. Jennings looked like he was going to come through and clean him up. Missed him. But the resulting free kick goes to Darrow. He spins round. Goes to the half forward line. That's a good mark. Play on. And it ends up with Chug. Kicks into the goal square. Kitchen out in front. Doesn't take the mark. Scrum is required. O'Leary goes backwards to Lachlan. And out wide O'Hara, who's playing on that centre wing, far side of the ground. Takes a bounce, has time to steady now. And from the half back, just looks to set up, goes long in towards the half forward line or towards centre wing. Hill's led up a long way, doesn't take possession. Leach is there, he cleans up. Good hands inside to Chug. Oh, he's tackled from behind, ball came out. Umpire says it's dropping the ball. And the resulting free kick goes to Coy. So Coy now on the far side of the ground. Look back inside, didn't want to use Scroblack. And kicks the ball now into the half forward line. Back there is Leach, good spoil from behind, going towards the boundary line, picked up by O'Toole. Steps back on his left side, kicks in towards the true centre half forward position. Jennings there and will mark. No, ball comes out. So some pressure there from Tadaro is good. There's a ball up from the umpire.
No, it's a Werribee free kick by the looks of it, but I couldn't see what for.
The other one notice is Hickey's not playing today either, I don't think. I can't see him out in the ground. So the ball's now kicked into the centre of the contest and Leach is knocked over there by Scroblack, picked up by O'Toole, goes round his right side and has O'Hara again in space by himself. Short chip goes over the top, going through with courage. It was the Werribee player, I'm not too sure who don't put his body on the line there. Ball's now on the half back line, picked up by, well, it actually hasn't been picked up because it's still in the scrum. Umpire's going to come in and take possession, half forward. So the ball thrown up on the half forward line. Ball's tapped over the heads. It's a long way across there. Ricky O'Toole's there. Another possession. He's forced over the boundary line. And the ball will be thrown back into the field of play. So the game started pretty much on time. Probably 4 or 5 minutes into the first quarter. Neither side yet to score. And probably most of the play between the two half forward lines. Ball's picked up. Goes by Chamberlain. Blind handball. Look away. Went out backwards to Jennings. And O'Hara coming in for possession number 3. Went to give the handball. Dummied round, got the ball back in towards the centre half forward position, leading up is Ryan Coy. Mark's not taken. Front of the contest is Burke. He picks up, looking for runners. Then they're there. The ball's kicked there by Teachy, I think it is. Back towards the half forward line. Hardingham's going to arrive. O'Hara's there. Ball is going to go over the boundary with any real firm attack into the forward line. Ball thrown up from the boundary line, thrown back into the field of play. Tapped straight back to where the umpire's managed of a breeze at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see how they go. First quarter, in the truck, Scroblack taps the ball back down. Quite middle corridor. So the ball, true centre wing position, thrown back again by the umpire. He might have a big day out there. He needs to change sides, I reckon. Handball's good, comes over the top. Fortunately, doesn't. There's a kick in danger.
Tell the umpire that the hands have to be somewhere near the ball.
So the ball goes back to Teachy, back to Burke by hand, and he now loads up and goes in looking for Kitchen. Vedder in front, good body strength there. Tadaro, front of the contest, picks the ball up, goes by hand to Kitchen. Kitchen has time to steady, hooks it back, brings it back far too far, went across the face of goal and it's gone out of bounds.
On the assistance of any wind either.
No, you're right. The ball with the umpire, throws it back into the field of play. A lot of people, a lot of players around the ball.
In the back.
Strong tackle there. Umpire said there's a holding decision. And the resulting free kick is going to go against Buck, and it's going to go to Michael O'Leary. So Michael O'Leary, right in the back pocket, chips the ball across the face of goal. Scroblack's in the other back pocket, takes a mark and plays on now. Goes long towards centre wing. Tadaro spoils Jennings, ball at ground level. Jennings needs to work, does well, gets himself over the ball, contest. Tadaro's worked himself back there, now it's at ground level. Teachy gets the ball, plucks it out the back, goes to Toby Bray, fed the ball over the top, went looking for Tadaro again. Pressure from Spencer. Ball comes out, goes towards Jennings. So players just with this bit of breeze having trouble picking the ball up. Maybe the ground is really firm out there today. Again, Toby Bray, he puts his body over the ball, picks the ball up. Now it's with Devon Ellis. He's a good young kid. Kicks the ball in towards the half-forward line. Goes looking towards DeLuca. Spoil from behind is by Coy. Lachlan arrives. Tries to take the ball over the boundary line. Now he does. He forces DeLuca and the ball over there. And the umpire will come and throw it in 45 metres around from goal. So the umpire just waiting for players to get there. I'm not too sure they have to wait too long.
He shouldn't have to.
Scrobelack up against Hardingham. Scrobelack, ball down the front. Hardingham, the second one. O'Loughlin, good smart handball to Primke. Gives the 1-2 back to Lachlan. Now kicks in towards centre wing. Sponner's in front and he takes the mark. So that's a good strong mark from Sponner in front of Smith. Still in the centre square. And probably just on the defensive end for themselves. So East Geelong now with the ball. Kicks the ball out wide. Goes looking for O'Hara. Pilkington's got a big job out there today. Needs to stay with him. Good tackle there. Ball's put out. Players both fight for the ball. Kicks the ball off the ground. Support arrives. It's down the hands of East Geelong. Picked up there by Sponner. Able to get through the contest. Runs in towards centre wing. Look for support. Had it. I think it was Towan or whatever his name is at the far side. Ball's now kicked in. Goes into the true centre half forward position. Coming out is Hill. Good clean pickup. Handball goes back to Spencer. Ends up with Chamberlain. Nice kick of the football. Loads up from centre half forward. And that will be the first score of the afternoon. A goal. So good to see Hall back in their side. Hasn't done much at this stage. Nice long kick coming out of defence. That's got some good carry on it. Lovell going back with the flight of the ball. Takes the mark and plays on the left foot. Goes looking towards Buck. O'Leary. So two old veterans playing on each other out there this afternoon. Ball goes over the... onto the ground. So East Geelong are making a couple of changes. Ball thrown back into the field of play. Ends up back with Burke. Doesn't pick it up. Calvert's there. He's tackled. Brought down the tackle. The umpire says it was too high, the first contact. And Calvert will go back. He's just in now. He'd be in range here normally, I would think. He doesn't look that confident. Looks to pass the ball off. Jennings slides in between, but Lovell comes up, presents well. And
taking too much time about it.
So Lovell steps up. Nice looking kick off the boot. Blokes in the goal square don't think it's too bad, and the umpire also agrees. He's picked up something from the young kid last week, so well done. Nathan Lovell, as I said, likes to get down, get dirty. Let's ball back in the middle of the ground now. Scrobelack's up. He taps the ball down, goes to Ricky O'Toole. Ball's fed out forward, and Coy arrives, looking for support, tries to slam it on the boot. Scrobelack just knocks it off the ground, goes towards Nyko. He's tackled, ball's not coming out. So some good, strong work there, and Hall it is that takes the mark. Now playing of recent times either, so he must be over his injuries he had at the start of the year. Ruck work's done. Lovell does well, taps it out. That's well prepared. Chug goes back, finds Montgomery, looks for running players. There it is in Cornish. He kicks the ball into the forward line, goes towards Buck. Ball's tapped outside 50. Cornish is there again, but it's Coy for East Geelong. He kicks the ball forward, but Burke coming the other way. Picks the ball up on centre wing. Screws the ball back, goes back towards that centre half forward position. Scrobelack's back there, fills the hole. Spoil goes towards the boundary line. Coy knocks DeLuca off the ball. Oh, he handball straight to Hardingham. Only needs to pick it over and pick the ball up. Can't bend over with the Bowman now. Goes to Scrobelack by hand to Coy. Went to get around DeLuca. Just about got through. Kicks the ball towards centre wing. Nyko gets underneath the ball. Bell back to Burke. Burke has players inside. Oh, it's a nice kick. Finds Lovell. Chugs outside him. Short kick. Comes in, but O'Hara filling the hole.
That's a shocker.
And you're right, he knew where Kitchen was going to, but didn't see O'Hara, I don't think, grub, and the ball ends up with Dean O'Hara. So he's had a number of possessions. Oh, that's not a good kick.
Worse.
You're right there too.
Kicked it into his mate's back.
Yep, and Nelly now is with Scrobelack. Picks the ball up, has time, and goes out wide. Nyko doesn't take the mark. Pressure arrives. Bell does well. Gets over the back
in
there.
In the back.
Yep.
Somewhere. That was a terrible drop.
So the handball goes to Coy, and that's Ryan Coy just feeding out the back door. Ball goes in towards centre half forward, and Lovell's back there again. Takes a nice strong mark. The big fella's working up and down the ground, so getting plenty of run. Leach runs down the ground. Nice possession. Good mark. Handball's off towards Devon Ellis. Now goes towards a full forward position. Kick wasn't good to Kitchen. He does trap it fairly well. Doesn't get clean pick up. O'Hara again back there, I think it is, or Bowman. At ground level, umpire comes in and will take possession. So some good quick movement from Werribee when they get the ball out and running, Grub, and probably need to continue to do that.
He was looking for the big long kick, but he just ran into some trouble there, Leachy.
So Primke does the ruck work, comes out, picked up there by Montgomery. He's tackled, slings the ball out, or throws the ball out almost. Picked up by Cornish. He's working at ground level against Coy, and the umpire again will come in and take possession. It's about 45 or 35 metres out from goal, right in the centre half forward position, and we're. Werribee's attacking end. Some good ruck work again. DeLuca gets through the contest, goes towards goal, but unfortunately can't kick it. And we think that Werribee got the advantage. So far, East Geelong have held up pretty well. But Lachlan now looks to bring the ball straight down the ground. Looks for depth, went looking for O'Hara. Good pace, made the contest, but it ends up with Pilkington. Steps out and goes back inside, and that's a nice looking kick. And Chug takes the mark 40 metres out from goal, almost directly in front again. So they're positioning up well.
Well, I bet you whatever you got in your pocket, he won't try and pass this one, Smithy.
I don't think so from there, mate. So Ricky O'Toole just leaving the ground. I'm not too sure he's travelling all that well.
He looks like he's put on a fair bit of weight from the Ricky O'Toole I used to watch.
You're right there, mate. No doubt. So the ball back with Chug. He's gone back for the Dennis Lilly run-up, mate. He's gone back outside 50.
Gee.
Comes in now. Wouldn't say it's a nice approach. The resulting for a kick for goal is also not too good, and it's through for a minor score. So Hotel scoreboard.
If it's going to be a real close game, they're the ones you got to kick.
So Lachlan now drives the ball almost directly down the ground. Primke over the top of Lovell. Pat hands in his back, probably umpire in the wrong position. Good work there. Handball comes out to Montgomery. He loads up and goes back towards the goal square. Lachlan's there. Boyle's ball. Buck. Oh, nearly did there's a kick off the ground.
That could be a goal to Kitchen, is it?
Yes, Kitcho likes it. And if Kitcho likes it, blokes that are down there. So East Geelong with some work to do now. East Geelong, good tap out there. O'Leary's put himself into the centre contest. Kicks the clearing kick, goes into the half-forward line. Ends up with Nyko. He drops the ball. Picks it up. If you haven't got a crook hamstring, you might have one now because you complete miss there. And a high tackle, resulting free kick's going to go to Thomas. So quickly, ball's moved into the pocket. Heads towards Coy. Good spoil there from the Werribee defence in Bunworth. He did well last week and gave Josh Coy no chance to mark that ball. He committed back with a bit of courage there, mate. You don't know what's coming the other way. Went back. That's the only had eyes for the ball. So the ball's thrown back in. Lovell, a nice tap out again. Burke ends up with the ball. Leach is a running player. Goes on the left foot. So wobbly looking kick. It's got good carry on it. So the breeze must be going that way. Gets towards centre wing. Coming across. Clean pick up there from Pilkington was excellent. Handballs to Calvert. Needs support. Ball comes out in the tackle. Umpire calls it a throw. And the resulting free kick goes to Lachlan. I think it is out down the far side. So East Geelong prepared just to chip the ball over the top. A bit wide. I think Robbie Chamberlain gave it away. Then he goes to Pilkington, far side of the ground. Goes in towards Hardingham. Primke does well. Takes the mark. And will now turn defence into attack. Goes wide. Scroblak slipped a bit there under feet, so it might be a little bit damp. I didn't actually walk across the ground. Nice looking kick in forward. It's a good spoil again from behind. Picked up there. Fed out to Tadaro. Tadaro has got some pace, but fed it out to himself. Bowman a ride. Put some pressure on. So now it's a one-on-one contest. Bray's in support if he needs him. Ball goes over the boundary line. So ball now. Half-forward line for the East Geelong side. Lovell taps the ball down. Toby Bray's been a good player there this afternoon. Handballs back to Hall. I reckon he might be playing off the half back line today. Has two bounces. Gee, hasn't he got some toe grab? He's quicker than you and me put together. Ball goes in, goes looking for Buck. Gets through the contest. Buck able just to kick the ball off the ground. Goes towards the boundary.
Scrobelak's quicker than both of us. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that. You're right there. Short kick comes into O'Leary. So O'Leary to O'Leary into the middle of the ground. Thomas takes the mark on centre wing or just backward of centre wing. So they're quite prepared now to just chip the ball round. Kick goes forward looking for Sponner. He slips over, so it must be wetter than we think. Handball goes back to Thomas. Support further back goes to Primke. Back with Sean O'Leary. And he loads up and goes into the half-forward line. Pilkington, O'Hara, Pilkington in the front. Doesn't take the mark, goes back and collects it, does some good work there, and now kicks in towards the centre half forward for Calvert over the top. Nearly had his hands on it. Nice quick handball finds Cornish, releases it back towards Calvert. Calvert has running player there in Bray. He's been pretty good today. Kicks the ball into the full forward position. Leading out is Kitchen, can't take the mark. East Geelong with some numbers. Coy ends up with the ball. Handball goes wide, and some pressure taken off now as Bolton has the ball, and he kicks back towards centre wing. Goes over the top, running player at ground level. Plenty of time. East Geelong players just standing back, but the ball ends up with O'Leary. Goes by hand to O'Hara, and he kicks into the half-forward line over the top ball. That's going to be a free kick. And if he had been able to put a hand on a ball, it would have been all right. I think. Doesn't have many tools in the goal square to kick to. Scroblak's still got himself back beyond the ball, I think, has he? Or I know he is. He's lying behind the sign.
Covering a fair bit of ground, anyway. I know that.
So he's put his hand in the air for Hill to kick to his hand. The ball goes in towards the goal square. Players up. There's a spoil in the goal square. Picked up by East Geelong player. There's some good pressure there. Ball is forced through for a rush behind. So 2 rush behinds now there to the East Geelong side. 2 goals, 2-14 for Werribee. 23 minutes gone first quarter. Commonwealth Hotel scoreboard. So the kicker comes in. Smith works himself to the front of the contest. Does well. Plays on quickly. Calvert leading up. Ball just back to the centre wing. Has the mark. Further afield has Brave. He wants to go to him, but he went inside. Finds Cornish. Takes the mark. So again, a possession game, this time being played by Werribee Centrals. Long kick this time in towards centre half forward. Bucks there, one hand up, picked up well there by Gamble. Good little handball to Pilkington. Oh, Pilkington nearly kicked the ball out of his own player's hands. Goes towards full forward. Vetter and Kitchen are both there. O'Leary dives in the ball. Player has the ball underneath him. Want to be careful because they pinged him the other way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did drag it in. I hate the rule myself, but he did drag.
Pretty hard in this first quarter. Good tap down by Hardingham. Went to Titi. Ball's kicked forward. Hardingham's up. Actually takes the mark. Ball didn't travel the required distance. Ends up there with Spencer. Goes back to Ricky O'Toole, who's come back on the ground. Had a bit of work done on his back. Kicks in towards the centre half back position or centre half forward position. Should have been a free kick to Lovell because Cooley interfered with him. Good strong tackle by the big fella. Bring Cooley to the ground.
Well, the umpire slips too.
In.
They all wear the mouldeds these days, don't they?
Certainly do. Tap out, goes to Calvert, kicks in towards Hardingham. Good body position. Ball comes down. Corley is tackled. Umpire says no opportunity there. And they're going to ball it up about 20 metres out from goal.
Geez, if he had to pay that old in the ball, I reckon Kevin O'Leary would have run out in the ground.
So Bolton there doing the ruck work. Taps the ball down. Goes towards Bray. He goes out the back. Went looking for Montgomery. Couldn't get to the ball. Again, it's going to be a pick up there by Lachlan for East Geelong. Handball goes back and we'll find Bowman. He chips out wide and O'Hara just playing back behind the ball there a little bit. Takes an easy possession. So he's had 4 or 5 in the first quarter. A nice looking kick. And again, Bolton's pushed forward. Von centre wing. Takes the mark. Kicks in towards centre half forward. O'Leary caught behind. Good work from Ellis. Taps the ball down. His player stayed on the ground and then actually collected it. Now it's with Devon Ellis again, who's walked himself to the front. Taps the ball out of the contest. Went as far as Jennings. Then to Spencer. Back with Jennings now. Has a player outside, and that's Nyko. And from Nyko, from the half-forward line, goes in long. This is where Scroblake's going to be at his best. The big fella's there, but a good work there from David Leach, who's gone back to man him up. And also Smith. And the ball's gone over the boundary line and will be thrown back into play.
Well, they're trying to get a deliberate. He went and picked his O'Hara, was it? Forget who it was, but he's gone and picked the ball up and said, yep, that's mine. And the umpire said, no, it's mine.
I thought Scroblake was in the best position there.
He was.
Two lighter blokes, but David Hall just over the top at the right time. So the support there was good. Ball thrown back into the field of play. Lovell taps the ball down, goes forward, picked up by Tucci, runs back towards goal and decides to handle.
Well, that's deliberate now.
That could be pinged. It was. He's actually
it has to be. It has to be. He tried to handball it through the points, and if it goes through the points, it's a point. But if it hits the point post on the full, it's out of bounds, and it is deliberate. Every day of the week.
The resulting free kick's going to go to Josh Coy. He's right on the fence, right beside the behind post, and would be a pretty important goal, I would think, here if he can kick one for East Geelong. He's going to go to the banana.
He's got that.
Pretty good off the boot.
Oh. No, he hasn't. Geez, they thought he had, and I thought he had from in.
So David Leach is going to do the kicking in. Now this
Holy
should land
dooly.
pretty close towards the centre of the ground. It's a great kick out, and that's where it's landed, but it's picked up there by Bowman of East Geelong. Transfer play across the field. Some good work there from Pilkington. He's done all right himself out there. I think he's playing O'Hara, but both players getting plenty of touches. Ball's kicked back into the centre. A good interception there, but Bowman can't take mark. Oh, that's a free kick over the top. And Jalen just a bit casual there, lands on top of a player. Pilkington runs through, gets the ball, kicks in towards the half-forward line, goes towards Kitchen. Some good body work. Good work there from David Gamble. Little kick through the contest, and he's hit the target. Don't worry about that. That's through for his first goal. Now we've said that, O'Hara has pushed to the half-forward line. Smith's picking him up, and Jennings to the far wing. So good contest out there again. This time Lovell, another nice tap down. Toby Bray just ran under the ball. He slipped over, but able to get a handful forward to Titi. Tries to pick the ball up, can't do so. Jennings comes through, kicks the ball off the ground, heads towards the half-back flank, kicks the ball round the corner towards centre wing. Nyko's there, also against Bell umpires.
Werribee Central scoring in.
So ball, true centre wing. Ball thrown back into the field of play. Lovell's done some good work, had some clean clearances from these contests, and there's another one. Werribee have done this very well early in the first quarter. Hall going backwards, has time to steady, goes on the right foot. So kick's not well directed, and Bolton steadying back in defence has taken the mark. Transfers play to the far wing. Set Nyko a task. You might be right, Grubby. He might have been a basketballer because he's not marking the football too well. That's two it's got through. And now on centre wing, looking for the contest there. Lovell's done some good work in the quarter. Bolton over the top, but Lovell taps it forward. Picked up there by Bowman. He kicks round the corner, inside 50. Coming out to meet it is Smith. Good clean pick up, has time to steady. Players actually ran away from him, so he drives the ball back. I don't know where he's going to, but there's no one there. Bar 3 East Geelong players, and Jennings takes the ball, kicks into Ryan Coy. Goes one way, then back on his right foot, gets around Lovell, kicks again, back inside 50. Scroblack's the target. Going back was Alice. Leach was also there in support. Ends up with Tadaro. He can't pick it up cleanly. Devon Ellis does though. Handball's good. Finds Montgomery. Kicks out long. Actually, it might have been Hall, was it, that had the ball? I think it was.
Too long.
Love the interchange timing. They're doing plenty of it. Oh,
In the back.
In the back. Umpire says it was a mark.
Oh,
very, very
both
lucky there.
hands in the middle of the back.
Now, this could be dangerous. The kick comes out, went towards Devon Ellis. He didn't see the player coming off the bench. He knew Tadaro's behind him. Handballed over his head. Tadaro's going to be first to arrive. Actually overruns the ball. Sponner kicks the ball off the ground. Goes back and collects it. Gets through Hall on the left foot. Kicks towards goal. And it's going to go over the fence and out of bounds on the
Way in for a goal.
So Leach this time goes short and across goal. Finds Lovell. Takes the mark just in the other forward pocket. Goes further afield. Bell outside 50 now. So some good movement again by the Werribee side. Goes back inside. Chug, who's inside 50. Bowman arrives, so he's going to steady himself up. Decides now to go long. That's where he goes. In towards the half forward flank. In front, Hardingham at the back. Primke's there. Ball's tapped further afield. This will be interesting here. Gamble with pace. Big fella doesn't do a bad job, but he's not going to win it out. Gamble needs to pick it up. Does so. Handball's out.
Great play.
Bolton works very hard for a big fella. Handball's good. Goes back to Primke. The 1-2 he's looking for and gets it. And now Simon Primke from centre half back kicks the ball back towards centre wing. Coming up and presenting his Hill. And he takes the mark for East Geelong. Spins, goes back looking for Scroblack. Again, Leach from behind, Spoil from the top. Hall picks it up, and away he goes
acceleration.
Again. One bounce, one kick, and the ball is well and truly back inside 50. Goes looking towards Buck. O'Leary's there. The tap over the shoulder. Mark Vetter reads that very well. Kicks the ball back outside. Jennings in space. Now he can run and carry the ball if he wants to. Plays on, goes towards centre wing, over the top of O'Toole. Has time. And he's just in slow motion, kicks the ball back towards Scroblack again. This time, third time lucky, and the big fella has taken the mark 30 metres out from goal, directly in front. Leachy needs that third man up, doesn't he, Grub? In that situation?
Most definitely. You need a couple of hands down there with a bloke so big. Although he's probably got a little bit of help from the weather. It's very hard to mark these swelling conditions. As Scroblack comes in just inside the 50, lines up, big left foot boot, and an umpire doesn't move as the siren goes, and it's a goal, a very, very telling goal to East Geelong and the coach, Adam Scroblack.
So at quarter time, the Werribee side will go in 3 goals to 20. They will lead East Geelong 1-3-9. Goal kickers 4.